What's up, everybody? How are you today? Welcome to my channel. You are here. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. I don't know where to look. I have a mic today. We're trying this out. I don't know what I'm doing, but here we are. We're here. You clicked on this video because of the title, maybe, or just because, I don't know, maybe just you accidentally clicked on it. But if you did, I'm still glad that you're watching. That's really great. So today we are talking about the music video and song that I just put out called Were You There? Which, were you there? Because if you were, then you would know. But if you weren't, then you might not know. And that, I don't know what I'm saying, but here we are. And we are here now. So that's good. All right, so let's jump right on into Were You There? And so if you don't know, this is a traditional Easter hymn. It actually started as an African spiritual. And if you do not know it, I would encourage you to go listen to it in a version with the words, because I think the words are very meaningful, and that has a lot to do with why I chose to arrange this song, and grew up singing the song in church, and definitely, just like I said, one of those super traditional Easter hymns, and reflects on Jesus and what he did on the cross for us, and how he suffered and was buried after he was crucified and rose again. And just so incredible to think about what he's done for us. And so I was inspired by that, reflecting on Easter this year. And I actually started arranging the song 3 years ago. I think it was 2021, with my buddy Andy Blue, who lives up here close to me. And I just played at his wedding recently. So congrats, Andy, if you see this. And I should hit him up because I haven't talked to him since his wedding. And we were playing at his church. We wrote like a bunch of songs for Easter, and we played a program at his church up here, and that was one of the songs that we did. And we kind of did an arrangement that he sang and played guitar, I believe, and I played fiddle, violin, and we were just kind of throwing it together and making it work. But I was really inspired by that, and had started transcribing the arrangement of what I heard in my head a few years ago when we did that at Easter. And I was like, one day I want to finish this. I would love to do a hymns album one day. That would be goals for me. I grew up in the church and listening to hymns, and ended up playing a virtual concert a few weeks ago for some folks, and I did not plan to do the song, but it was getting close to Easter, and I was like, you know what, I don't have much else planned, so I'm going to do this song. And the feedback that I got was really, really great, and I was like, man, I should just totally finish this song and put it out. I know Easter is in a week or two, so nothing like a last minute project, am I right? And so I hit up my wonderful friend and composer out in LA, Antonio Vidarte, who is super talented, and just scoring for films and all kinds of projects. He's always got something going on, and we've been trying to work together for a while. And so I hit him up and I was like, yo, Antonio, how do you feel about maybe, if you have time, throwing this arrangement together in a week for Easter, which is next week or 2 weeks or something like that? And he was like, facts, I got you. And so yeah, we got to work and started working on the arrangement, and arranged, rearranged, recorded, re-recorded a million times. I can't tell you how many times I re-recorded those parts. If you're an artist or a musician, I know you guys feel me on never being satisfied with your performance, and I can't tell you, it was quite a challenge because he's on the West Coast and I'm on the East Coast, so we have a 3-hour time difference, and just the back and forth and trying to work out our schedules, and having late night phone calls, and being half asleep and listening to mixes and things, and literally the night before I was releasing the lyric video, I was still re-recording parts, and yeah, it was crazy. But Antonio killed it. I'm so happy with how it turned out, and his orchestration really made the song for me, and so blessed to have him be a part. And yeah, there's this one part that really I was super excited about, and I would like to dabble more into jazz. And for the music nerds out there, you guys will probably appreciate this. But there's this one part in the arrangement. Were you there? This is before the minor section. And there's a progression where it goes from B flat minor to B major. And I was like super proud of that and really liked how it turned out. And I just felt like it was a little taste of like a little bit of like a jazzy kind of something in there. And so super happy with that. And love how Antonio kind of brought that to life as well. Yeah, and so not only did we decide to record and release a song in like a week, but I also decided to do a music video. Yes, I know, like the things that we do to ourselves. So y'all, it was literally so crazy. Like we finished the arrangement. I got all the distribution done. I got the lyric video done, all that jazz. And then we released the song on Friday, and I shot the music video Friday night. And my buddy Nathaniel edited all day, bless his heart, on Saturday. And then we released the music video Saturday night. It was like the craziest thing. One of the craziest things I've ever done, I feel like. But y'all, it was worth it. If you haven't watched the video, what are you even doing? Go watch it. Nathaniel killed it. Yeah, my buddy Nathaniel Tartter, shout out to him. He's incredible. All of his amazing cameras and drones and everything. We battled the freezing cold Easter weekend, and he had the perfect spot outside of his house, and fields and rivers and creeks and all kinds of stuff. It was insane. And we went out there, and we're gonna get into that in a second here. So I hit up Nathaniel, was like, hey man, can we maybe do this if you have time? And he was like, faux show. And we did it. And also my friend Anna, shout out to you, Anna. She was amazing in being a production assistant and helping us out. And we literally couldn't have done it without her, because she was doing so many things. She was like holding phones and cameras and cords, I think, and my instrument at times when I was like trying to warm up my hands because it was so cold. And oh my gosh, so I'm so thankful that she was there. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump in and let's watch some of these clips. And let's see what we have going on here. So we're walking through fields. It's super fun. I'm loving it. I felt so awkward. He was just like following me, and he was just like, act natural. I'm like, I can't, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. The wind was insane. Like literally, I'll show you guys a clip here in a second. I could like feel the like hairs on my bow, you know, the violin bow that you play with. And like literally they were going like this as I'm trying to like have a straight bow and play the song. It was so hard. So thank God we were not using live audio, because that would have been a disaster. Yes, you guys can hear the track that we used. I needed the click to help me stay in time. It's hard when you have like the video and audio and the instruments close to your head, and you're like trying to be aware of the camera and angles and what your body is doing. It's like so much. Like it's crazy. Oh my gosh, my intonation, don't listen, it's so bad. Oh my gosh. Y'all, the wind. I literally cannot. Let us know in the comments below. So funny. Come back, sun. Yeah, we were fighting the sun not being there. It was quite the challenge. We literally had probably like an hour of sunset. Like we got there, I think at like 5 o'clock or 5:30, and we had like an hour tops to squeeze in like a million shots and angles and scenes. It was crazy. Like honestly, I've shot a few videos. It's been a while, But usually, like with videos, at least in my experience, like you take a few days, sometimes like a full day. But to shoot something in like an hour or two, like that's literally insane. But Nathaniel killed it, so shout out to you, my friend. All right, yeah, I told you guys it was so cold, and as we're filming, like if you watch the music video, like I don't know if you can see the main shot, like in the beginning when I'm playing in the field there in the sunset, and I literally, y'all cannot feel my fingers the entire time. And like I don't know if you can see it if you look closely, like my fingers were red. Like I looked back on some of the shots and my fingers were so red when I'm playing, and I've never, like, it was the weirdest. It's almost like your hand like falls asleep when you're trying to play, or like you're trying to play or do something, or like when your leg falls asleep and you like can't feel it but you can kind of. It's the weirdest thing. Yeah, the jacket that I had on like was sheer. Also, shout out, I found that thing for like $10 like the day before. I think the Lord was just working this out. I don't know. But I was like super grateful for that. And I almost didn't like go get anything. I didn't know what I was going to wear. And then the leather jacket my brother had given me a few years ago. So thank God, like I had a couple things to wear. And yeah, so here's my friend Anna. She she was like kind of nervous of holding my instrument. But I just like kind of told her like what to do, and thank God she was there because I couldn't set it down in like the muddy field. It was like a little bit muddy there, and I was just like this TMI, just like holding my hands, my armpits, trying to warm them up because it was so cold. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. Gorgeous shot of the sunset. It was so beautiful that day. Beautiful and cold. Again, the wind. I can't. You guys hear that? That's the wind blowing my bow. That's why I can't play. See if you can see my red fingers. So funny. The sky is so blue, it's so crazy. Also, funny story on the pants. So I was gonna just wear like black pants the whole time because I was like, let's make it easy. We had talked about doing like a black look and a white look because it kind of mimics or like emphasizes kind of like musically what's going on. There's like this more like calm kind of vibe like in the beginning, and it recapitulates towards the end with like the plucking part. And then you have like this minor section towards the end and like a couple other little like darker moments. And we thought that would kind of like play out well like on camera, and also like talking about the lyrics, you know, like were you there when they crucified my Lord, and were you there when they buried him in the tomb, were you there when he rose up from the dead and or rose from the grave? And so we thought that kind of like playing on this dark and light theme would kind of like help what we were trying to like encapsulate of like what the message of the song is and what's happening musically. And so Nathaniel, he was like, we were kind of like co-styling together, and I brought like a few different things, and he was like, I feel like you need khakis. Like I feel like we need a lighter pant. And I was like, I brought khakis, I have them. He was like, what size do you wear? I was like, no, I brought some, and thank God I did. I just like threw them in the bag, and hopefully you can't see the wrinkles because the wind was so strong, and I definitely did not iron them. So good times. So fun story. It's the drone. It was the weirdest sound. There was this one part where he was flying the drone, and him and Anna had like, I was still staying in the main spot, and him and Anna had like gone down some ways like at the bottom of the hill, and I guess he was flying the drone around and trying to get out of the shot. And I kept playing along with the song as we were filming, and then I didn't hear it for a while, and so I was like, did they like stop shooting? Like, what's happening, you know, like, I don't know, like maybe I should stop. I don't know. I kept playing anyway and unsure what was going on. And then I heard this like somewhere in the background. And I literally thought that somebody was like mowing the lawn at like in this giant field. I'm like, oh, somebody like has just got their lawnmower out and you know, just like mowing when it's like freezing cold in March or whatever this was, late March, early April. And then at the end I realized like it was just the drone, that it was not a lawnmower. So good times. I thought I was frolicking for a second.
Alright, now can you just walk back to...
It's the gate shut. I'm like a herd of cows. Now I'm a free horsey running in the wild. A dango stole my baby. All right. This is the creek I was telling y'all about. I can't believe how well the shot turned out, and we got in a few takes. They were trying to get me, y'all, to like stick my feet in the water. That water was like 15 degrees. There is no way I was fixing to stick my feet in there. Nathaniel had a construction light, I think like in his car or garage or something. We didn't have any like, you know, filming lights or whatever. And so the light that you see that we're using in that dark shot is literally a construction light. Like, how crazy is that? Like, he's so talented. That turned out pretty good, I think. Fun. Y'all, this was so much fun to do. And I love like challenging yourself too. Like I feel like I'm getting a new what do you call it, like hobby where you like challenge yourself. Like I don't know, I really don't like rushing things normally, but I feel like it's kind of good to challenge yourself sometimes and like work on a time crunch. And like I said, I normally don't like to do that, but I think all in all, like, it was a great project, and the message of the song is super close to my heart, and yeah, I just hope that like it blesses you. And go watch it if you haven't, and yeah, go listen to the Mahalia Jackson version. Is probably like one of my faves. I love that. She's one of the greatest gospel singers of all time. She was one of Elvis's favorite. Shout out to Elvis Presley, repping my hometown of Memphis. And yeah, so much fun. So after the shoot, we definitely had to be super New York and go to a diner. So we Nathaniel recommended a diner down the street from his place, and yeah, so we went to the diner. It was super fun. We had to get a little like team selfie at the end, and we were like joking about who's the tallest or the shortest, or like if we should be in order. And Nathaniel was being silly and like squatting down, and then we all stood back up, and then like when I went to take the shot, I just like randomly squatted down all of a sudden, and that's why we were laughing, I think. Super fun. I feel like we all kind of look related. What do you guys think? I feel like we could pass as like siblings or cousins at the very least. I don't know. So anyways, all right, but that's it, guys. That's the behind the scenes of Were You There? I hope you liked this, enjoyed it, and again, yeah, I hope you go listen to the song, add it to your playlist. Be sure to follow me on Spotify and subscribe to me here on YouTube if you haven't already. It would mean so much. I'm just a small little YouTuber and small artist, and just trying to do what I feel like God's called me to do, and so it means so much if you supported me. And yeah, let me know if there's anything that you'd like me to do, or songs or something, or ideas you may have. I'm totally open to any suggestions or thoughts or ideas. And but yeah, if you want to keep up with me about my performances and releases and things like that, you can also follow me on Instagram. I probably stay the most consistent and up to date there. So be sure to follow me at Jonathan Joel Music. And yeah, thanks so much, and I'll see you guys soon. This is like a good ASMR moment. Can you guys hear that? I had a comment on one of my other videos that someone told me. It was actually when I reviewed this microphone that I'm using now, and somebody told me that I should dabble in ASMR. So, you know, if you're watching this today, there you go. You're welcome.